Sahih al-Bukhari 1632. Narrated Ibn Abbas. Allah's Messenger performed tawaf of the Kaaba riding a camel. At that time the Prophet had a foot injury. Whenever he came to the corner having the black stone, he would point out towards it with a thing in his hand and say, Allahu Akbar. Sahih al-Bukhari 1633. Narrated Salama. I informed Allah's Messenger that I was sick. He said, perform tawaf of the Kaaba while riding behind the people. So, I performed the tawaf while Allah's Messenger was offering the prayer beside the Kaaba and was reciting Surat At-Tur. Sahih al-Bukhari 1634. Narrated Ibn Umar. Al-Abbas bin Abdul Muttalib asked the permission of Allah's Messenger to let him stay in Mecca during the nights of Mina in order to provide the pilgrims with water to drink, so the Prophet permitted him. Sahih al-Bukhari 1635. Narrated Ibn Abbas. Allah's Messenger came to the drinking place and asked for water. Al-Abbas said, O Fadl, go to your mother and bring water from her for Allah's Messenger. Allah's Messenger said, give me water to drink. Al-Abbas said, O Allah's Messenger. The people put their hands in it. Allah's Messenger again said, give me water to drink. So, he drank from that water and then went to the Zamzam well, and there the people were offering water to the others and working at it, drawing water from the well. The Prophet then said to them, carry on. You are doing a good deed. Then he said, were I not afraid that other people would compete with you in drawing water from Zamzam, I would certainly take the rope and put it over this, i.e. his shoulder, to draw water. On saying that the Prophet pointed to his shoulder. Sahih al-Bukhari 1636. Narrated Anas bin Malik that Abu Dharr said, Allah's Messenger said, the roof of my house was made open while I was at Mecca on the night of Miraj, and Jibril descended. He opened up my chest and washed it with the water of Zamzam. Then he brought the golden tray full of wisdom and belief and poured it in my chest and then closed it. Then he took hold of my hand and ascended to the nearest heaven. Jibril told the gatekeeper of the nearest heaven to open the gate. The gatekeeper asked, who is it? Jibril replied, I am Jibril. See Hadith Number 349 Volume 1. Sahih al-Bukhari 1637. Narrated Ibn Abbas. I gave Zamzam water to Allah's Messenger, and he drank it while standing. Asim, a sub-narrator, said that Ikrimah took the oath that on that day the Prophet had not been standing but riding a camel. Sahih al-Bukhari 1638. Narrated Aisha. We set out with Allah's Messenger in the year of his last Hajj and we mended the Ihram for Umrah. Then the Prophet said, whoever has a hadi with him should assume Ihram for both Hajj and Umrah, and should not finish it till he performs both of them, Hajj and Umrah. When we reached Mecca, I had my menses. When we had performed our Hajj, the Prophet sent me with Abdurrahman to Tanim and I performed the Umrah. The Prophet said, this is in lieu of your missed Umrah. Those who had assumed Ihram for Umrah performed Tawaf between Safa and Marwa and then finished their Ihram. And then they performed another Tawaf between Safa and Marwa after returning from Mina. And those who had assumed Ram for Hajj and Umrah to get her Hajjiran performed only one Tawaf between Safa and Marwa. Sahih al-Bukhari 1639. Narrated Nafi. Abdullah bin Umar and his riding animal entered the house of Ibn Umar. He, the son of Ibn Umar, said, I fear that this year a battle might take place between the people and you might be prevented from going to the Kaaba. I suggest that you should stay here. Ibn Umar said, once Allah's Messenger set out for the pilgrimage and the pagans of Quraysh intervened between him and the Kaaba. So, if the people intervened between me and the Kaaba, I would do the same as Allah's Messenger had done. Verily, in Allah's Messenger, you have a good example. Then he added, I make you a witness that I have intended to perform Hajj along with Umrah. After arriving at Mecca, Ibn Umar performed one Tawaf only, between Safa and Marwa. Sahih al-Bukhari 1640. Narrated Nafi. Ibn Umar intended to perform Hajj in the year when al-Hajjaj attacked Ibn Az-Zubair. Somebody said to Ibn Umar, "There is a danger of an impending war between them." Ibn Umar said, "Verily, in Allah's Messenger, you have a good example. And if it happened as you say, then I would do the same as Allah's Messenger had done. I make you witness that I have decided to perform Umrah." Then he set out, and when he reached Al-Baida, he said, "The ceremonies of both Hajj and Umrah are similar. I make you witness that I have made Hajj compulsory for me along with Umrah." He drove to Mecca, a hadi which he had bought from a place called Qudayd, and did not do more than that. He did not slaughter the hadi or finish his ihram, or shave or cut short his hair till the day of slaughtering the sacrifices, 10th Dhul-Hijjah. Then he slaughtered his hadi and shaved his head and considered the first tawaf, of Safa and Marwa, as sufficient for Hajj and Umrah. Ibn Umar said, Allah's Messenger did the same.